You're live.
I'm saving. I know. I am.
So you know. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this segment of Ask Junior.
You do it, TJ.
This segment's brought to you by Xfinity. Speeds are booming.
I'm scouring the internet for some cheese plays for college.
Well, that other guy's going to play your games for you, so it doesn't matter.
Why did you say
We
that?
actually do have a question about
Why did you?
college football, so
Yes.
we can talk about
hold
it.
on.
if you'd
Let's
like.
let Dale do the read, but why are you getting on him about tweeting at Civil?
Yeah, no shit.
Why?
What's wrong with asking for normal plays you don't have to make 18 audibles for?
Yeah.
They're already in there.
Oh, geez.
They're
What do you
already
mean?
there.
What's already there?
The normal plays. You don't have to audible on every play.
He wants to
I
know some
know. I
good
just
plays.
wanted to know what his favorites are for non-adjustments.
You have plenty of favorites at work.
I go on social media and
I noticed.
and I enjoy reading people's content and watching videos
He
of all
puts-
kinds of stuff.
He does put good content.
He does.
He does. I agree.
And so, and he's asking for like, hey, what do you guys need? What videos do you want us to make?
I was waiting for his reply because
Me
I wanted
too.
to see it.
Right?
You guys are hacks. Jesus.
What is the hack?
I'm not a pro.
I'm wanting
I
to
know.
use a stock play as it's designed. That's actually something that's
Then just do it.
not a hack.
Just do it. Oh, man.
TJ.
God,
TJ
now-
wants to micromanage every
not-
freaking aspect.
Now I get why you get frustrated with TJ.
No.
Oh, really?
You don't
Taking this
have
long?
to. You
I
don't have to
figured
find
you could
the.
see it immediately once you meet him.
You're basically asking for the hack plays.
No,
that
we're
work.
not.
Oh.
It's not hack plays, but like, what's his favorite plays? What is this? Read one, read two. Like, I'll go into practice and try to run that play as he says and see if it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't.
I mean, I think you're good enough at that already.
I like to get better.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You
Ain't
wanna
no
keep
telling who
up.
you're going to invite in this league.
I don't. I won't
Gotta
invite.
steadily improve.
Only bad people. You can't have competition.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody tuning in to listen to us argue. Xfinity Ask Junior portion of the show. Xfinity has booming Wi-Fi, and we're very proud of it. Very proud of our relationship here at Junior Motorsport with Dirty Mo Media with Xfinity, and they give you the power and speed of NASCAR in your home. And you choose the right plan for you, and you're off and running. And Andrew's in there nodding like he's never heard this information before. He's like,
I'm just trying to.
He
I'm
is.
just trying to be enthusiastic, man.
okay.
You
Thanks.
look fake.
Oh, boom! Damn, what a burn!
Good segment.
You can't let that. You can't let that slide.
TJ, all
Good
my
segment.
enthusiasm is real,
Good segment.
except whenever you make a joke, that's usually a pity
Good
laugh.
segment.
Actually, Xfinity Wi-Fi has the best streaming experience for not only NASCAR fans but fans of all sports. NFL, college football's coming back,
It is.
and you're gonna have your TV on, your tablets out. You're gonna be watching multiple things at once.
You got two TVs,
Yeah.
a computer.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're so spoiled.
You can't watch just one game.
We're very spoiled.
And Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. It can handle all this shit you're doing. So they didn't just raise the bar. They stream in overdrive. Xfinity is a proud premier partner of NASCAR. We're going to get to your questions here on Ask Junior right now.
That's right. And probably the most popular question I saw across all forms of social media was, how was the Cars Tour race this weekend?
Yeah, car store race was good.
You spun out.
He'll get to it, TJ.
Yep.
I sent him a text for the race.
I wasn't
trying to pump
gonna-
him up, and I was like, "Come on, man, win one of these."
I wasn't going to leave that part out. TJ's such a cheerleader, pumping you up.
I did.
Just
I
so
said-
Hype
supportive.
guy.
I said, "Let's win one of these for one." Let's
While I was asking that whole question, he was just nodding in support.
like you. I was just Andrew in it.
I'm going to text you Sunday. All right, spotter, let's win one today.
Well,
You'd be a
I'll be
day
at home
late.
on Sunday.
You'd
You
be a
might want to
day
do it
late.
Saturday.
Next week.
Let's get
All
above,
right.
let's get above the cut line this
Come
year.
on, TJ. Let's get up and get
Hey.
that breakfast cooked. All
All
right.
right, yeah, I'll like.
Come on, TJ. Let's get them dishes put
Thanks.
away.
I've been cheerleading you for years, man. I mean,
You can schedule the text, so you can actually.
the one. You know what he used to get mad at is whenever we were struggling, and he'd be like, "Can I get a good corner for once?" You know what I mean? And I'd have to be like, "All right, hey man, good corner." And he goes, "Thanks," and then he'd go on his way again.
I never asked for a good corner.
Yes, you did.
That's made up.
Yes, you
I
did.
made that up.
You did. You were angry one time. You're like, "Can I get a good corner?" And I'm like, "There." you
No,
go."
I don't believe I ever said that.
Yeah,
You're
right.
confusing me with someone else.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. That's very hard to do.
I Yeah, I think that the weekend was great. So Anderson, South Carolina is where we went. This is a track that was on the schedule about 8 years ago. It has been a while since we've been there. We went up there in July and run one morning for about 3 hours just to get familiar with the track. Felt pretty good about it, I guess. And went back Friday. We had some practice. And I had Travis Quapple helping me. Travis, Caden, his son, and Connor Hall was there with our A car, with our regular guys in our regular group, and things were going good. We had some pretty decent speed in practice. I felt like everybody's running about the same speed for the most part, maybe a tenth between first and 20th, and so. But we were right in there, and I was real happy with that. Having not run, a race car or messed with the late model since Cordeal earlier this year, before the fall. So
that track real
before
small.
the spring.
Is it small?
Anderson's tight and small.
Yeah.
A little bit of a bull ring, but both corners are different, so it's kind of fun. One and two, you drive a certain way. 3 and 4 is a little flat, like Florence. And so we did a mock run, and our mock run was really good in practice. And I was like, "Hey, hey, I'm
That's
happy about that."
not
Yeah.
usual.
Nope. We were like top 10 overall. Once we went through all of practice 1 and 2, and you put up everybody's best lap, we were in the top 10 there. Pretty happy. And then we bolted on a set of tires to do a second mock run, and the car tightened way up. So we started, and the tires were a different size, so we had to start pulling Packer and rounds out of the front. We dropping the front of the car down, trying to get it back down on the racetrack, and the balance of the car took off and got real tight. So when we went to qualify, we didn't have as good a balance on the car as we did earlier in the day. And we qualified at a 16. The pole was like a 94. 1/10 I'd have been in 8th or something. So
Where'd
it
you
was
qualify?
really tight.
Where'd you end up?
22nd. Man, I qualified.
tight.
Your
Field,
tweet
though.
was
Yeah.
so funny.
Dude, I qualified 22nd more than anybody I know. I'm serious. Like the entire year, the entire season in 2017, I was 22nd or 23rd every week.
What is the deal?
Yeah,
It felt like.
second pace car material.
Yeah. So I was just trying to get the front row
That's
of the
hilarious.
second group.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Consistent front rows
Yeah.
all year long.
So it was really, really hot. So hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it was hot. I took my Camping World camper out there, put it up in the woods, spent the night. That was fun. Had old hound dog in this yard behind me, letting me know if anybody was snooping around.
Oh good.
The guy comes over. He's like, "I'll put my dog up if you want me to." I was like, "Don't put that damn dog up." I was like, "I want to hear some gun barking in the middle of the night. If somebody's snooping around out here, that dog would light up, boy." And I was like, "Hey, it's not a little, he's like a alarm." But it was good. I started the race, and the Hoosier tire this year, honestly, it's a 45. They label it a 45, but it acts a lot like an ST2. They have an ST1, which is soft, ST2 a little harder, ST3 a little bit harder. The pros and I think the supers run the 1s on the lefts and the 3s on the right, so the hardest tire on the right. We run the ST2 all the way around, or I'm sorry, it's not an ST2, it's a 45, but it acts a lot like an ST2. It's a pretty hard tire. And so this year with this tire, and I was on the phone with Hoosier this morning talking about this, you run hard all night. You don't save, you don't ride, you got to run smart and straight. You can't just dirt track the car all day. But there's no, like in the Cup race, you guys had to be careful not to beat your tire up too bad.
For sure.
Not like that at the short tracks anymore. It used to be like that forever. And all of a sudden, we've kind of went away from the old 45, and now we have this tire that's a little too good.
Are you trying to go back?
Man, I'd love to have some races where you needed to be smart with the tire.
Right.
Some tracks we're not going to be able to get there because it's just newer asphalt.
Do you think it got a little excessive, the tire saving at times? Like people riding around, you know what I mean?
No.
Or did you not care about it?
I didn't care about it.
Okay.
I liked it. It's a chess match.
Because you could go to the front if you wanted.
Drive to the front if you want to, but you might not be able to stay there when it come time to go.
Yep.
I liked it because it was a chess match. But anyways, I see. The race was fun, but you run hard all night. You run as hard as you can, and And yeah, I mean, there were some guys that had some troubles, some cars that didn't handle well, and we ended up I ended up getting spun out. I was trying to pass Laney on the inside, and I was not as good as I wanted to be on corner exit. And I got up into her left rear tire, and it yanked our tires climbed over each other, and it yanked the steering wheel right out of my hand. I've never had that happen in a race car. Like, that's usually like a rack and pinion kind of thing. Like, if you bump wheels and the wheels grab, it'll yank the steering wheel out of your hand. I've never had that happen with a manual box, so that was kind of interesting. But I spun out, got going again, caution come out, didn't get lapped. Everybody come down pit road behind me to make adjustments. And so I kind of restarted exactly where I was before I spun.
That's nice.
You didn't get a penalty for
No.
spinning out and bringing out the caution? I'm just messing. Kip didn't give you a penalty.
That's supportive TJ. Isn't it?
No.
Hey,
I mean,
you,
I get,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I went, I don't know. Everybody come down pit road.
It's worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out good.
So,
Great race for
That's-
at the front, though, too.
yeah.
That's right when I tuned in, too. I was flipping flat back and forth between Richmond
Thanks.
and
Yeah.
literally the second I tuned into Flow, you spun out.
Yeah. Well,
So
we
that's how
So it's
I
your
am
fault.
Sorry.
We
Yeah.
got going again and passed some cars, ended up 10th. I was pretty happy with it. Certainly would have loved to have run better. Got to qualify a little better to be able to run up toward the front. It's such a hard – the tire just doesn't allow you to, try to drive through the field. Your car has to be exceptionally good comparable to the field, and it's just too competitive. Cars Tour is some of the toughest short track racing, I think, in the area and maybe in the country in terms of, like, competition from 1st to 25th. And so, yeah.
Great
But
finish up front, too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get
Good.
to see it.
Yeah, it was good.
I could see 5th. I was like, my car was actually really good at the end of the race. I burned the rear tires up, just giving it, everything I could, and got the rear tires mad. But we were about a 6th place car, I think. 6 would have been pretty,
That's respectable in the
much
car
what-
store.
Yeah, I was happy.
I did the math. 12 times in 17, you finished. You started 20th to 24th.
Yeah. How many?
12 times.
Yes.
And 13 times, and there was one that was 28th, but I didn't count that in the.
Man, we didn't have groups back then either.
Man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it was maddening. It really did drive me mad.
You're like, no matter what I'm going to do, this is
Yeah.
where I'm going to wind
Yes.
up. I heard back to the Saturday night, you got out of the car pretty worn out. Like, was that just because
told
it
you
was,
that?
I was catching up with Steven. He's like, yeah. It
Oh,
was
Thank you, Steven.
yeah.
Well, no, I mean, he said
Dang.
it was a compliment. Like,
Got
you
your bus
drove your
driver
guts
license,
out.
Andrew.
Jesus.
Drove the bus right over Stefan.
He
It was
did.
complimentary.
Steven's driving the bus over me.
Yeah, apparently. A lot of bus driving going on here.
Man, what a jerk. I was hot. Now,
Yeah.
I was not worn out. I got out, signed probably about 300 autographs, went up to the fence, signed another 25 up at the fence for the people. I was out of the car signing autographs for 2.5 hours. Then we went up to the camper and drank beer.
With the hound
and
dog.
Cooked,
Yeah.
We cooked cheeseburgers and didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning.
Did you give any to the dog?
It was hot as shit. So when I got out of the car, like, I was temperature hot,
Right.
like to the fucking limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a little truth to this story is
Yeah.
what I'm getting at. But
Worn out and being hot's two different
That's
things.
a big difference.
Yeah.
Well,
I would not. It was hot
I
Saturday.
misinterpreted. I
You
would
get-
be
you-
worn out if I
TJ,
were that.
You
temperature
get hot up on top of the
I-
spotter.
He's got a cool shirt, Dale.
I was, yeah. You, did you
TJ,
not wear
do
your
you
cool
get
shirt?
hot up on top of the spotter stand?
Absolutely.
Are you worn out or hot?
Hot.
Okay. There's two different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misinterpreted.
No,
My ass wasn't tired. I'll tell you that. It's 125 laps.
Yeah.
It's not like I was running 500 miles.
with a break.
Sure.
With some caution.
Oh yeah. So you're fine.
It's just hot, humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our cars don't have any insulation. Like, we don't put any of the stuff these guys run on our cars. Like, there's nothing. Like, it's just bare metal. Yeah.
Well, you guys are.
You're in a stock car.
We'll get on Steven. See him.
that,
You got one coming.
no. It wasn't meant
Too
meant to
late.
be that way.
Hey, it's too late.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Steven.
you're backing
All
up.
right. This is a great time to go to the next question.
Yes.
This is actually recent news. As of today, Adam Stern reported that NASCAR is considering changing some of its rules in the coming seasons to allow Cup drivers to maybe compete in more Xfinity and truck races. So, what's your reaction to that? Is
Yeah.
that a good thing?
What'd you say?
Is that what's your reaction? Is that a good
Yeah.
thing? You think?
Oh, I think it's fine. They compete in them now. So I think, they have limited them to like 5 starts a year. I don't even know what it is. It's not. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. So I can't complain about it because I don't even know what their limits are now. I didn't like when they could race for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did
I agree with
take
that.
away.
Right now it's 5 is the limit. And so I would be fine if they went to 10. But the thing is like, so there's a lot here. Fans will say, I want to see the Cup guys in those races. Fans are going to tune in more if more Cup guys are in those races. If you're a fan of somebody that's racing, Kyle Busch or whatever, and you want to see him race more, and you're going to the race, either you're physically going to the race weekend, you're more excited to see the Saturday race because your guy's out there. So there's a lot of people that want it, want to see them out there more, and I get that. As a car owner, there's a perfect balance where, yes, I want Cup guys in my cars because, man, they're
good.
They go win some races.
Right.
I love that. But if I'm in a situation where I'm a regular and I don't have a Cup guy in my car, if I owned a team that doesn't have Cup resources, doesn't have Cup drivers, my chance to win, my chance to even run in the top 10 got harder. And your budget in this series for a lot of teams is based off of or succeeds off of performance, strictly performance. So you don't have like a $5 million check from a sponsor and there's your budget. You budget on a prediction of how you're going to finish. And so you're gambling really starting the year to say, man, I'm going to run all year and we need to average an 18th, 15th, 12th place finish. I'm going to make this much and I'll spend this much. And we should, at the end of the day, come out ahead or at least flat.
Yeah.
So, right, you're predicting this sort of result. And so now the team that was maybe going to run 8th to 10th on average throughout the year may run 12th, 14th. Now they're making less money. Now they're not able to spend as much. Things get tighter. And so, yeah, I don't know how, the teams made it work when we go to Charlotte in the 2000s, man. You'd had 14, 20 Cup drivers in the race. You might not have a regular in the top 10. I'm serious.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
Dude,
I lived it.
And I didn't have I wasn't really a full-time team then, but when we became full-time and we had one car and we had a regular driving it, man, you were lucky if you could mingle in the top 10 with some of the Cup guys that were competing. And you thought, you're sitting there running 6th behind 5 Cup guys. You're like, damn, right, we're first in class. Yeah, that's a great day. And so things have changed. They made the restrictions, and we got teams like ours started winning more races, right? When Kyle Busch quit running 25 races a year, right?
Yeah.
Or, Carl Edwards and all these other guys, when they stopped running all these races and winning half of them or more, teams like ours started winning races. And to go backwards would be tough for us. I encourage competition, and I'm not, I think it'd be good if they could run more, but there's a balance. There's a right balance.
Yeah.
And so it'd be curious. And I read the quote from O'Donnell, and it wasn't, I think that, the question he got asked really wasn't, and he didn't offer this information up and say, hey, by the way,
right,
along with this announcement with O'Reilly, we're looking at changing this rule. This always gets asked of them. Hey, is anything going to be different? And he said, hey, we're always open to it. We're always, with new partners coming in, they always like to make a little change something, get people excited about something, sell a few race tickets or whatever. So I could see them making an announcement like, hey, man, we're going to change it to 10 or hopefully they don't remove it altogether to where we have like Cup guys running for the championship.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
Because that would be really, really hard on teams like ours
Exactly.
financially.
Do you think having some Cup guys more regularly in there, not like all year, but would help teach some of the Xfinity guys like race etiquette and things like that?
I saw a tweet about that, and as a pro to getting more guys in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All you need really is one good Cup guy. I mean, yeah, I raced I raced Cup guys in the 98, 99 season. There were some Cup guys that would come in there and run, but the one we all learned from was Mark Martin. You know, I remember getting my ass kicked by Jeff Burton and a few other guys for sure during those years, but the one man that was really the teacher was Mark.
Yeah.
And so if you get one Cup guy that like really, really would commit to the series that was truly a good teacher, like somebody that wanted to help you, talk to you at the driver's introduction, want to show you things to make you better at every track, you know, that'd be awesome for the young guys. You know, some of the Cup guys come into those races, even myself. I don't know that I was a great teacher. Like when I was running the Cup car in the 2000s and I started running some Xfinity races, I would just show up and run them and wouldn't think much about it. So I wasn't really helping the kids. But Mark was really good at like making you better and helping you get better.
But I'm sure you did some things on the track that they learned from.
I don't know, maybe. But I mean, if you get one, all you need is one good Cup guy that like will mentor.
Yeah.
You don't need like 10 of them out there. You know, that's not really
Just one to lead by example.
One kick-ass guy that's out there being a good, teacher.
Yeah, because if it's 10, are you really learning, or are you just watching those 10 pass you, and then you're just in the back, just like, fuck, I wish I was up leading, but there's 10 Cup drivers.
There's positives to that for fans, but there are some drawbacks to it that people probably don't know about or don't even want to acknowledge.
Yeah.
For some of the regular teams in the series, it would not be good. Our team would probably be able to adjust. It would be even harder the further you go down that list in terms of regular teams. The further you go down that list, it's more difficult financially if we were to be overran by Cup drivers like it used to be in the 2000s. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but
I think it'll be interesting to see what that balance looks like.
There's a lot
once
of,
we settle on a number.
The interesting thing is like even at 5, there's a lot of Cup guys that don't even exercise the 5, right? Like Kyle Busch, how many does he run now?
I hardly see him.
Yeah, he texts me.
He runs a lot of truck.
He texts
races.
me from time to time. He's like, "Man, if you got an open Busch race, Xfinity race, I'd love to run it." O'Reilly race, right?
Right.
Yeah. What Cup driver hits the max right now?
There's a couple, but not many. I'll be honest. I don't think the Cup guys are all that. I mean, there's a couple that are interested. Like Kyle Larson's going to go run Bristol and Homestead if he can every year.
I know Danny said he'd love to do Super Speedway next year because of how the car races, but he does 0 right now.
Right. He just wants a taste of that old, familiar.
But he's not racing 5. So
no. A lot of them don't want to do it. A lot of them are well paid. They're really happy. They're busy with that. That car's so different. They don't really need. Kyle Larson will tell you that it's counterproductive to race them both in the same weekend because they drive so differently. It's not the way it used to be where you could learn from it tremendously driving on Saturday versus Sunday. And so a lot of guys just don't even fool with it, but because they're not gonna go out there and make it a lot of money like a difference maker. Like, man, it's lucrative for me. They're already good on the Cup side, and but for our team, we'll get, we might get a package deal where we're helping Connor Zilic continue to get better at ovals, and progress his racecraft, SVG, whatever, right? And so we'll take that any day. We'll take that any day, but because it's good for us. But I don't know.
It'll certainly be interesting.
I think the change is, if they did change it, it would be a bit of. People get excited about it, but I don't know that anything would really physically change.
Because no one's using the 5 Max anyways.
Not really.
Right. And even for teams like at JRM, you got one extra car and then you kind of space out and you got a variety of different Cup drivers to fill that 9. So it's not even like you'd be hitting the max in one car either.
Yeah.
So it will be certainly interesting to watch. But this next question is coming from Nick, responding to a post you put out this week. I think you're actually responding to someone. Who is Buddy the cat?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like pets. I've had dogs, cats. I've had 4 cats probably in my life.
I didn't know that.
3 rescues.
Yeah.
I guess I rescued Buddy. He was in a mall. So
That would be deemed a rescue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my bus driver Shane. Shane was just a little bit older than me, maybe around. Yeah, he was just a little bit older than me. And we played a lot of video games, and we just be bored to death sometimes on some race weekends. We went into New Hampshire. It was my rookie year, Cup Series. And we were farting around, went over to the mall, and we're walking around in the mall just, getting CDs or something, right? Buying music. I don't know what we're doing, but it's a long time ago, 2000. And walked by the pet store, and in the window there was some kittens running around in this little window. And he said it jokingly, like, we should get one. And I was like, really? Like on the bus? And he's like, yeah, he could live on the bus. And I'm like, man, you'd put up with that? Because I'm only on the bus on the weekends, and Shane's driving it all over the place, and he'd have to take care of the freaking litter box and all that bull. And I'm like, you really want to fool with that? And he's like, yeah, it'd be cool. Keep me some company. And so we built right next to the bedroom. There was a little big drawer, and we took that drawer out, and we put a door where he could crawl through this hole into a litter box. And that's where he lived. He lived on the bus. And, I mean, he stayed on that. Shane wouldn't come back home. He would drive from track to track to track all around the country. He'd come home every 3 months or so. And so Buddy would be out there with him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Laying in the front window, everything. Yeah. Riding.
And Buddy was on this bus for 5-6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he developed diabetes. And he was actually, he came off the bus because Shane got in an accident. Shane was driving down the road, and Buddy would just out of nowhere come running up and jump onto to the dash, and somehow or another, Shane clipped the car and shoved this car down the interstate
because he jumped on the dash. Oh my God!
He blamed Buddy. Whether that was really what happened, I don't know.
Oh man!
But it was like there was not even scratch on the front of the thing, but so it wasn't like it's a dramatic crash or anything.
Right, but like at least road incident.
Yeah, and so, but I'm like, all right, Buddy comes off the bus, and so Buddy comes off the bus and he's throwing up, and we just fed the shit out of this thing, right? We didn't really think about
just random.
Yeah, we just fed him all the food he wanted.
Oh, okay.
Right, we'd pour more and more in his bowl, just regular cat food, but he was eating too much. He got really heavy, and he became diabetic, and he started to he'd vomit and things like that, and we started having to give him shots, and so we had to give him shots for years, and he ended up being a shot. The way we knew we could put him on a pattern of getting his shots regularly was to make him a race shop cat. So he stayed in the race shop, and guys would get there in the morning, give him his shot, and he just roamed around under the cars, and you'd be working on the cars, and he just kind of hanging out. He's hanging out in the shop, keeping the mice out and all that stuff. Race shops get mice all the time. They're just old tin buildings. And he lived in a race shop for another 6 years or so. And then eventually he passed away, and that was it. That was his life. I rescued another Maine Coon from the local pound down here in Charlotte because he looked identical to Buddy. I went in there and
after Buddy?
Huh?
This is after Buddy?
Nope.
Oh.
It might have been after Buddy.
Are you talking about Dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that cat.
Dude.
Yeah, I was going to tell a story.
Yeah.
So we went into so Buddy passes away. I was going to rescue a cat. We went into the I like to have cats because I lived in the country, and we live in fields, and those fields get mowed, the mice come running. They run the mice out of the fields, and you're going to get a mice in the basement. You're going to get a mouse in the house. You will. I still get a mouse once a year. in my house. No big deal. And so I got one in the garage the other day. But, so I like to have cats just for that purpose because you didn't ever see mice, and they would always take care of it. One time, I think it was Buddy. No, this was Tux. I had another cat named Tux. He had a black and white coat. He brought a mouse in the house. Me and Amy are laying in the bed sleeping, and Tux come running in the bedroom, jumped up on the bed, jumped on Amy's chest, and dropped that mouse on her.
Oh my God!
And that mouse ran.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't dead.
No, that mouse ran down her leg under the covers.
Oh my God!
And then Buddy caught it and then took it back outside.
Good cat.
Yes.
Wow.
Or, I'm sorry, Tux. This was hilarious.
I would have lost
Yeah.
it.
We
Oh,
need her.
boy.
We need her side of the story later this
we
week
do.
too.
But I went into this rescue, this pound, and I was like, "Hey, I want a cat," and they're like, "All right, we'll show you the cat." So they're showing me all the cats, right? And they got this big wall of cats,
Yeah.
and
I was there with you.
yeah,
I went with you.
and then way over here is another wall of crates, and they're all empty except for one.
Bad cats, basically.
And I go over there, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Buddy. I think Buddy was still alive because I'm thinking, how in the hell did they get my cat? This is my cat. It looked identical. But then I noticed, so Maine Coons, they cut their tails when they're born. This cat's tail was still full.
Oh, yeah.
So he was a stray, and he hadn't been taken care of. And I was like, that's the one I want. He's identical to Buddy. That's the one I want. And the lady's like, yeah, we can't let you have that one. I was like, how come? They're like, well, this is the side where they're so mean. Like, we can't even give them their shots. We can't even check them out to be able to turn them loose to the home. They're like, if we can't get in there, the cat, you walk near the crate and the damn thing would start going
It would.
ape shit.
Hissing.
I went by and
yeah.
put my hand up, and it tried to attack my hand like through the crate.
That's just a good cat attacking TJ.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I want it. And she's like, look, we'll try again to do everything we're supposed to do to be able to legally release it to someone. But I don't know if we can't, we can't. And they weren't going to, get all torn up trying to this cat was ready to rip anything apart that came near it.
It was.
And so
God.
it was. And I was like bound and freaking determined to take this cat and get it to chill. And so they called me back. I drove home. Like 4 hours later, they called me. They're like, hey, we got it done.
In 4 hours?
Come get the cat. Something like that. I don't know. It could have been 6. Andrew, I'm just telling a loose story here.
Sure. No, but I'm saying,
Don't
but
get
like,
into the details.
it
here.
was so quick that they like tamed this cat. Or
No,
like,
they
able
didn't
to-
tame the cat.
got
They just
approval.
were able to get the shot.
approval. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were able to check the cat out, make sure it didn't have a disease or whatever.
Right. Okay. I
Yeah.
got you.
There's a process. I don't know what it is the pound has to do to be able to release a cat or any kind of dog to you legally.
I got it.
And so they call me back. And so in 24 hours, I'm back up there and I'm getting the cat. And I take this damn thing home and I turned it loose in my house and it ran under the bed and it stayed under my bed for a week, would not come out. And I'd have to put food under there and I'd look under there. Every day I'd come home. Yep, still there. Not moving, not coming out. And every day I kept putting food under this damn bed. And I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. This cat's going to rip me to shreds one day. Or I just don't know what's going to happen here. And I was laying in bed one night, and it's probably midnight, and the damn cat jumped up on the bed and came over and started kneading, where they do their paws, right next to me. And was like, I'm like, all right, it's going to be good. And so, he was around for a while.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's skittish for a little bit, but
Yeah.
he got better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He finally calmed down, and like you could pet him, and
Yeah, he was.
he was chilled out. But man, from where he was to
Hot.
that was a cool experience.
Absolutely.
You weren't. Well, you think it was going to happen in that shelter?
But we had fun with the cats. We named them easy names because we didn't want to have to remember a name. So we had Buddy, we had Dude, we had Cuz. What's up, Cuz? Because we used to say that all the time. That was kind
Right.
of one of our slang terms. What's up, Cuz?
Mhm.
And then we had Tux because he had the black and white
Yeah.
tuxedo. But, yeah, cats are cool, man. But, you get the wrong, and it's same with dogs, too. You get the wrong one, it just ain't working.
Field thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, some cats will tear your shit up. Some dogs will tear your shit up.
Yeah.
If you get the right one, though, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is a nice, wholesome way to end Ash Junior this week.
Okay. Well, all right. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Some more lifestyle questions similar to this can be found on Bless Your Heart. We'll have another episode of that out Thursday. A lot of people, I went to Anderson, South Carolina, race the cars tour this weekend, and more people came up to me telling me about how awesome they thought Bless Your Heart was. And it's dudes. And they're like, me and my wife, me and my girlfriend. Or, hey, I was in the house and my wife heard it from the other room and come in and was like, what is that?
Wow.
Now we're big fans. So it's pretty cool to hear that feedback.
That's awesome.
But anyways, thanks to Xfinity for bringing us to the Ask Junior segment today. In racing and in life, speed isn't optional. It's expected. And we rely on things that perform under pressure, and that's why we go to Xfinity Wi-Fi for fast, dependable internet. One price, locked in for 5 years. I think what that means is you pay one price, and that's the price for 5 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that means.
Your reading comprehension is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
But I will add, the speed should increase. Now, can't predict when. But they emailed me. They know I ain't. They emailed me like to my, they don't know who I am.
Your personal email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They emailed me and they're like, customer, we are very proud to announce that your speeds will increase. Price will remain the same. We're improving everybody's internet out here. I'm like, all right, awesome. So over the course of 5 years, I'm sure your shit's going to get better, but you ain't going to have to pay for it.
No contract.
No contracts, no slowdowns, no nonsense. Xfinity, proud premier partner of NASCAR. Xfinity can't make that promise, but I can make that prediction. Right?
Good. It's good to throw in there.
Yes. Hey, that's right. I thought of something, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Oh, boy.
Hey, buddy.
All right. We are
Whoa.
out.